Okay, welcome to this edition of Craig Says. In this edition, Craig says it's easy for you, the agent, to add an MLS listing into PropertyNet to help get you found by buyers and renters. And the purpose, of course, of doing these marketed listings up on PropertyNet is to help to grow your business, to help find new buyers or renters, depending upon what niche you're working. The process that you'll go through is very simple and very quick, using the MLS to find that listing or to use your own listing, either one, but to find a listing or to use yours, either one, to post into PropertyNet, to add into PropertyNet. And the results are clear that those agents that are using PropertyNet are getting new business every year from us. And here's a way that you can do it at no cost. The very first thing we need to do is we've got to go into our MLS and come up with a listing. Now, I've gone ahead and opened up an IDX on AR MLS so that I could find a listing. In this particular case, I happen to like this area over in Fountain Hills called Desert Canyon area over by the golf course. I'm going to open up this listing, take a quick peek at it, make sure I've got plenty of photos. I do. I have 18 photos. I even have a virtual tour to post if I want to add that in too. And so in this particular case, I've said this is a listing that I want to market. It's in my niche area. It's in the right price range. And I'm going to go ahead and highlight by left mouse clicking and holding down to copy this MLS ID. Right mouse click and copy. And now I'm going to go over to PropertyNet. I've already signed into my test account to kind of show you exactly the steps to do this. I'm going to click. Once I'm in the Manage Listings area, I've signed into my PropertyNet account and I've gone into the Manage Listings area. I'm going to click inside this box that says Search the MLS by Agent ID or by Listing ID. So I'm going to paste this MLS ID in and search. The system now goes over to the AR MLS and checks for this particular listing to make sure that it's not being marketed already on PropertyNet, and it's not being PropertyNet marketed so far. There's the available for marketing message that we look for. So I will check the check mark, remarket the selected listing. It pulls then the photos, the details of the property, the features, everything about the property, pulls it into your account so that you can now market this property, just like any IDX would allow you to, into your PropertyNet account so that it shows your face, your name, your logo, courtesy of this other agent who is the listing agent, of course. Let's go in and right in our MLS folder here, MLS folder, actually have quite a few in there because I've demonstrated this many times. Here's the one on Parlin that I just brought up. Now let's preview this by clicking the little hourglass. Hourglass, it's a magnifying glass. And we look at the listing that just got pulled in from the MLS. We search down here and we see at the bottom that it is marketed courtesy of Remax Fine Properties, Lawrence Josephson. And of course, this is a free MLS listing right now. It's not been featured as you. It is currently being shown as a free listing. As such, it's showing the area experts in Fountain Hills that actually market in Fountain Hills. These are the agents that have chosen that as their marketing space, PropertyNet marketing area of specialty, which is Fountain Hills. In this particular case, since again my test account here under Jake Jacobson, I'm going to want this to be featured. I need to go back into my account and I need to take the status over here. Here's my Parlin property. Here's the status, free MLS. I need to change this to active. Once I change it to active, and you do get one free active, you don't have to pay for us to market this one listing for you. Above one, then you need to select a paid account. But for crying out loud, take care of business and take advantage of this one free listing that we will market as you. So let's change this to active. And it shows how many free that we still have here, 111. And over here it shows that we have 37 still available to be marketed. So we have a large account in our test account, obviously. We still could market 37 more as active. Click OK. Let's go over to our active featured. And right on top is our Parlin property. Now when I preview by clicking on the magnifying glass, I now see that there's a flyer button up here that wasn't here before. I now see that the agent photo of the marketing agent, this is my test account agent, Jake Jacobson, his logo, his contact info. Down below, other properties are now being marketed on this page instead of agents being marketed here. This is all Jake's listings. These are all his marketed properties. So if you have just the one property, this area would be empty except for the one property. If you have 10 properties, then there would be 10 showing down here of your properties. So your other properties are marketed here. Your face, your name, your logo, your contact info. It's all about you, again, as a courtesy of the actual agent. This is the standard in IDX remarketing of properties anywhere. That's how it's done. That's all there is to it. Get your one free listing featured on Property Nut, then we'll take it from there and help buyers or renters, depending upon what kind of property, find you. Thanks for listening to another edition of Craig Says.